Hey, so for today's practice, it's a real opening in the chest and the heart. It's a mood elevator. You're going to want to have with you 2 blocks, a blanket, and a pillow or 2 blankets. And let's get started. To get started, we're going to do some extended cat and cow tilts. So you can start on your knees with your feet about hip width distance, and then bend your elbows. And as you arch your lower back, pull your chest forward, and as if you're reaching it towards the wall in front of you. And then as you exhale, you're going to round your spine, pull your abdomen in, and drop your hips towards your heels. So to get a little more stretch out of it, bend into the elbows and reach up, feeling that beautiful upper back bend. And then as you exhale, you're rounding the spine and pulling abdomen in. And we'll do 2 more just like that. Bend into elbows, inhale, lift, and exhale, round the spine, pulling back. Here we go, bend into elbows, opening the fingertips, and exhale, round and back. Really good. Roll over your toes. You're coming into a downward facing dog, and you can bend your right knee or left knee, one or the other, and feel how the other hamstring feels, how the other calf feels, and then swap it over. So I'm not a fan of a huge pedal out your dog, like move really fast, but I am a fan of a mindful movement. So let's embody that. And then when you feel good about it, bend both knees, send your tailbone even higher, and drop your head. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale it all out. And of course you could do that against the wall. We'll step the right foot forward, coming into a low lunge. So you can do this on tented fingers or on blocks. It kind of depends on where you're at today. Then with your hands down on something, either blocks or tented fingers, you're going to draw your sternum forward again, just like we did in the cat part or the cow part of the cat and cow. Press through the ball of the back foot, reach your heart forward, inhale, and exhale, stay and open a little more through the chest. 1 more breath here. And then as you exhale, you're going to drop that left knee to the floor, reach both arms up to the ceiling. Breath comes in, breath goes out. 1 more breath, inhale, and exhale, both hands down. Come to a high plank. We're going to lower all the way down into Sphinx pose. So it's a great time to work on the actual components of your upward dog. So your toes point straight back. Your big toe joint points directly back behind you, but your pinky toes get really heavy. Then you engage your glutes here, but you draw the chest forward, up, and back. At the same time, you're opening through the sides of the shoulders, and we're breathing. Now, if you feel compression in your lower back here, just lower your chest towards the floor a little more, and then reach the heart forward a little bit more. Good. 3 more breaths here. Allowing your body to come back into balance, back into what feels right for you on this beautiful day, whatever's going on. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale, both hands down underneath you. Squeeze your elbows in, and we're lifting up into Cobra. So there's not a ton of body weight in your hands, but you are using back muscles. So squeezing and lifting. Take 1 more breath, and then exhale, we're going to drop it to the floor. Now this next one we're going to lift up, it's either Cobra or upward facing dog. Your call. When the next breath rushes in for inhale, that's when you go. Upward dog, you can have knees down or off the mat, lifting the chest, and then roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a long breath, let it go. Left foot steps forward, coming into that lunge on the left side. So really we're trying to attain a little bit of a back bend here. So you're moving the mid-thoracic down, the middle, like right in between the shoulder blades. You're pressing that down into the body so that you can reach up a little bit more through the chest. Plug in through the ball of the back foot. Reach the chest a little further. Take another couple breaths here. Last one, inhale. And exhale, gently place that right knee on the floor. Lift both arms up to the ceiling. A breath comes in. A breath goes out. One more, inhale. And exhale it out, both hands down. Coming into a high plank, we're gonna lower all the way down to the floor this time and interlace hands behind us. So this is for Shalabhasana. You can do variation C, where you interlace your hands behind you, or you can have your palms facing the floor. As you're ready, you're gonna pick it up, lift the feet off the floor if you like. Now squeeze those glutes and act like you're pressing the big toes straight back. At the same time, you got that heaviness in the pinky toes, even though the feet are off the floor. Now lift up a little bit more for 5, 4, 3. Good. Stay with it now. 2, and release. Cheek to one side. Take a breath in and a long breath out. Both hands underneath your shoulders. It's either Cobra, Sphinx, or Upward Dog, your choice. Let the next inhale like you were a sailboat, and the inhale was the wind, and it will lift you up when it comes. And then roll over those toes, downward facing dog. Bend into your knees, come up to the top of the mat, halfway lift, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Bend knees, come up, inhale, reach all the way up to ceiling, and then moving it into Utkatasana. Palms down alongside you. So it's Utkatasana Baddhikasana style arms. Lift through the core, put weight into the heels. Feet are hip width distance here. And your heels can be slightly out. Good. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Now the next inhale, we're going to lift arms up, straighten legs. Inhale. Reach. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach arms forward. Palms spin up to the ceiling. Inhale, weight into heels. Reach up. Exhale, hands come down towards the floor. Weight goes into the heels. Still, keep it even. Inhale, all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands in goddess arms or cactus arms out to the side. Into Utkatasana. So toes slightly towards one another, heels pressing down, and you're breathing back. So stay with it. You don't have to go super low to get this pose to work, right? So it's about breath, it's about concentration, and it's about balancing where your body is in space. So if you come out of it, that's no biggie. Go back in for 5, 4, 3 more. 2. Now ready? Inhale, both arms up to the ceiling. Breath in and forward. Fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, high plank. Take it to low. Upward dog, cobra, whatever feels right for you. Back bend. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right foot, warrior 1. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, straight back down. Going to low plank. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring it all down. So you're just moving your body through its joints. Inhale, major joints. Here we go. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot again, warrior 1. Inhale, use your core. Lift up, plug in through the back leg. And exhale, high plank. Low plank. Inhale, heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Left foot. Warrior 1. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, roll over those toes. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and your forward fold. Exhale. Bend knees again deeply. Utkatasana, 1 breath. And Uttanasana, forward fold. Lengthen spine, halfway. Lean forward into your forward halfway lift. And then it's a high plank. Keep the core working for you. Low plank. Upward dog breath. Downward facing dog breath out. Right foot, we got a crescent lunge. So sweep both arms up and inhale. So you can do this on the back knee, if that feels better. You can lift both arms up. Stay with it now. So you really want to get underneath the armpits. You want your breathing apparatus to really work with you. Full breath, inhale. Long breath, exhale. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. Last breath. Hands to your heart, twist it out. Left elbow past the right knee. So it's a nice twist. So obviously you can drop the knee to the floor. You can keep your hands in Anjali Mudra, or you can open them out. So it's really up to you. Breathe with it for 5, 4, 3, 2, keep turning, and both hands down. Peel back with your right knee and peel back at the top of the right thigh. You can have your hands on blocks or on the floor. Lengthen the chest forward. You don't have to drop the head all the way down, though you might. And then drop your shoulder blades down into your the back of your chest, and then act like they're widening out to the side for 3, 2, and 1. Drop that back heel to the floor. Warrior 2. So we'll come up into our Warrior 2 and just land into this moment. There's so many moments in our lives that go right under the radar. So let's see if we can capture all the ones that we have at our disposal right now. So breathe with it. Lengthen. Let it stabilize. Let the breath get very, very fluid, very, very methodical, rhythmic. It's very soothing to the nervous system when the breath takes on that cadence, a rhythm, so that way you can land in the moment, not get caught up in the future or the past, but just stay right here. 3 more breaths. Both legs straight, both arms straight. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, we're coming into side angle lunge. Left arms up and over. And the right forearm is on top of the right thigh. Now, sometimes we're in this pose and there's a little bit of a bowing in the upper wrist, but see if you can drop it down so you get more of a gorgeous long line of energy from that back pinky toe to the top pinky finger. And breathe here. You can stay with the forearm on the thigh or go deeper if that feels okay with you. Wherever you've chosen, you really need to get the core working for you. So that's pull it in deeply for 5, 4, stay with it now, 3, 2, and 1. Warrior 2. We're going to straighten out the legs. Walk your feet in a little closer. So you can do blocks. We're going to take a forward fold that's going to release the back. So you can take blocks and place them out by that right foot and put your left hand on the block and bring that block all the way in so it's to the pinky toe by the pinky side of the right foot, and reach your left arm over. So the left arm is really the money maker of this pose. Now, if you do that and you feel like you can go a little lower, then drop your hand to the floor. But wherever you are, you really want to feel that stretch in the upper left embankment of your upper back. Lean forward. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs. So you get this lower body system that's supportive of the upper back. 1 more breath. And then exhale, we can move through center and repeat it on the other side, either with the block or hand on floor. So right hand reaches over. Leaning forward, leaning into it, and key into how the upper back feels. Letting that tension go. 2 more breaths. And then when you finish that last exhale, take the block at the setting where both hands are on the short part of the block, reach it forward, and then bring it up overhead. So as if you were pressing the block up into the rafters, you're reaching up, you're getting into the underneath the armpits. Good for the lymph system, good for the breathing. One more breath, inhale. And exhale it out, really good. So let's drop the blocks off to the side, step to the top of the mat. And both arms lift to the ceiling. Inhale, forward fold. As you exhale it out, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Inhale, exhale. It's a high plank to a low plank. Lift the heart, upward dog, downward facing dog as you roll over your toes. Full breath here. Plug in through the base of the knuckles. And then exhale the breath out. Left foot steps forward. Crescent lunge on the left side. And again, just like we offered on the other side, you can do this with the knee on the floor. You can place both arms up to the ceiling, reaching tall. And then plug in through the base and the ball of the right foot, the back foot, as you bring that left knee somewhere near 90 degrees. But what's more important than that is dropping the tailbone. Maybe you get both, maybe you don't, it doesn't matter. What matters is your breath, the intention, and the alignment with both of those, breath, intention, and bones. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart, and we're twisting it out. Take your right elbow past the left thigh and breathe. Pressing your palms together is good. You can open your arms out. You choose. And then once you choose it, give yourself 5 more breaths here. Keep spinning, keep opening. 3, 2, keep turning. Really good job. One more, inhale. And exhale, both hands down. Lengthen the left knee back. Lengthen the top of the left thigh back. And then breathe forward with your chest. So you get this beautiful lengthening in that hamstring. And also the top of the left ankle. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, bend into that left knee. Warrior 2. Rise up to meet it. Here we go, meeting our challenges right here. Opening through the pinky fingers, pull them back and engage through those triceps. Really important. Not only does it cultivate strength in the triceps, but it also allows us to really utilize our musculature so we're not dangling on the ligaments or overtaxing our joints. So important. Then left hand can come to your parsva on this side, and you want to lengthen, remember? So we're lengthening it out and drop into the outer edge of the back foot as you press that right thigh back. Lengthen upwards and out, and then go further if you like, taking your hand down to ankle or block for 5. Spinning the right ribs up to the ceiling. That's it. 4. Stay with you now. Lengthen, lengthen. Where do you feel this? Let your body feel it and notice where you feel it. That's part of mindfulness. 3, 2, and 1. Warrior 2, coming back up. Just a few breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. And exhale. Both legs are straight. Both arms are straight. Reach up to the ceiling. And then we're coming back down. High plank, low plank. Inhale. Heart reaches up. Lengthen. And exhale. Roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. Full breath here. Long breath. Let it out and squeeze the abdomen in. One more time. Inhale. And exhale it all out. Bend your knees. Come up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, come all the way up to stand for tree pose. Standing on the left foot. Take that right leg in, either kickstand or all the way up to the inner thigh of your left foot. So lengthen your toes on the left side, don't let them grip, and then push the left hip in. At the same time, you're pushing the right heel in. So you create a little isometric. Then from here, arms can reach up, interlace them, and shoot the heels of them up, or you can do a little breathing pranayama in third. So it's inhale through the nose, inhale through the nose a third, lift the arms a third, inhale all the way up. And then exhale through the mouth a third, a third, a third. Inhale, exhale. Good energy cultivating. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale. Hold at the top. And exhale. Nice. Place that right foot on the floor. We'll simply switch sides. Left foot either kickstand or at calf or all the way up. And then you're drawing the hip points together here. So you can feel a little slight engagement of the glute. On the right side, hips are relatively symmetrical. Once you get steady, you can either find a arm position that feels right to you or the pranayama with the breathing tree. Here we go. Good. Yeah. Let it be yours. Own this moment. Come on. Yes. Good. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Awesome. Top of the mat. Inhale, arms all the way up. Breathe in and exhale. Hands down alongside you and forward fold. Halfway lift. Long spine. And exhale. High plank. Take it to low. Lift the heart. Inhale. Pause. Breathe. And then roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. You can lift that right leg behind you. Lift it up. 3-legged dog. And then let's bring it in to pigeon on the right side. So walk the left foot back. And you can come down onto your forearms or lower your head even further. So it just depends on how you're feeling. You can put a blanket under your head if you like. And just relax into your pose. Flexing the right toes. And dropping the left hip. The left frontal hip bone drops down towards the right foot. Piriformis stretch. It's so releasing. It's great. Take another big breath. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring your hands to where your elbows were and peel yourself up into like an upward dog type chest. So drawing that left hip flexor forward a little bit as you open through the shoulder blades and then roll over your back toes and downward facing dog. This time get the left leg up to the ceiling. 3-legged dog on the left side and in we come. Drawing back with the right foot and walking yourself into this side with curiosity. It might feel different than the other side. Most likely it does. For a lot of us, the left side's tighter. But, that might not be your experience. So just be wherever you are. Let your experience be yours. And then find the pose that works for you. Find where it is, right? Sometimes it's so subtle. So by being attentive to how your body feels, you really can drop into it. By being kind to you, by looking at yourself through the eyes of the beloved, or through someone who loves you very much. Could be someone who's passed, could be a child, one of your pets. Yeah, really important to look at ourselves in that way. And then that helps us in those times where we're not looking at ourselves with kindness. We can pause and say, what is that? And is it useful to me? And my guess is the negative self-criticism is not super useful. We think it might be because it's part of improvement, self-improvement, but it really just degrades, has been my experience. So let's be kinder to ourselves. We'll take in another 3 breaths here. And then placing your hands where your elbows were. Same action. So you're lifting up through the heart. You're drawing that right toe, big toe straight back. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to sweep that back leg around to the front. And we'll do a lying down ab pose. And if you're tired and want to rest, you can. Otherwise, your knees are at about hip width. They're on top of looking right up at the frontal hip bones, and the knees are about hip width, as I mentioned. Interlace your hands behind your head. Pin your elbows to the floor to begin, and then flex your toes. Can you feel like just doing that, drawing your knees a little bit closer to you now, is going to activate the lower abdomen. So work on what feels right for you, and if this feels good, you're going to lift the lower half of you upward. So you're tilting the pelvis as if you were moving it like a roller towards your head. And then hold it in that rolled position and lift the shoulders off of the floor. Now engage the abdomen. Squeeze the knees together now. Breathe here. And then extend the right leg long and draw your right elbow towards the left knee. Your left elbow can be on the floor, but your right shoulder is off the floor. Right shoulder blade is off the floor. Reach the right elbow to the left knee. And then both knees back through center. Squeeze, tilt the tailbone up. Relax the head, relax the head, relax the head, relax the neck. And then we'll lengthen the left leg long. Keep the right knee where it is. And then draw that left elbow across to the right knee. Lift off of that left shoulder blade. Squeeze the glutes down. Press that left heel away. And then both knees come in. And we'll do one more, okay? So lift up, tilt tailbone, relax the neck, and then draw that right leg away from you as you bring the right elbow towards the left knee. Squeeze. That's obliques, you guys. How's that for fun? Love it. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Both knees in. Squeeze the abdomen. Lift the tailbone. Lift the shoulders off the floor and swap it over. Extend that left leg. Open the left toes. Draw the left elbow to the right knee and breathe. Breathe into it. So fabulous. Gotta love that sensation. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Both knees in. Lift. Tilt tailbone. And then draw your knees in and sway side to side. Whoo-wee. Really good. Let's flip over and do a nice Sphinx pose. Wrapping it up. Just stretching out those beautiful abs because we don't want brittle, right? We want supple. So we're lengthening, open through the chest. One more breath. So good. And then exhale it out. You're going to have both arms out in a T, palms face to the floor. Okay? And then bend that right knee and bring the right foot behind you. Bring the right foot behind you. Bend the right knee. Right foot is behind the left leg. Good. And then take the right hand close to your chest. You're going to bend the right elbow. And you're opening up the hips here and the left pectoralis muscle. Really good. Dropping, keeping that left ear to the floor. One more breath. And then close it up. Both legs on, both arms out. And we're going to bring it over. So left leg bends. Place it, left foot behind you. Right arm reaches away. Left hand comes in towards your chest. and opens up to the side. So you get a stretch through the front of the shoulder. You get a stretch through the hips, back of the hips. So good. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Lying flat again onto the abdomen. You can either do Shalabhasana with the arms out to the side or bend both knees, take hold of the tops of the feet. Make sure your knees are no more than hip width distance. Flex the toes and then lift up. Lengthen. Open through the chest. Peel the feet up to the ceiling for 5. So good. Such a healthy pose. 4. Mood elevating, you guys. 3. Lift the head a little bit. 2. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Lift your highest point and release it down. Bend your knees and sway your feet side to side. And then crisscross your ankles. Cross lateral work. So good. Crisscross. Feel your heart beating. Give it a little note of like, hey, thanks. Always there for us, isn't it? Beautiful. Then we're going to flip over. And so for today's Shavasana, special Shavasana, you're going to want 2 blankets and maybe 2 blocks. One blanket you're underneath your shoulder blades, and then the other one is going to be like a pillow underneath your head, a neck roll. So for this, you'll bring your arms down so that your actual shoulders are just hanging out. They're not on a blanket. So the blanket is rolled up and it's underneath your shoulder blades. There's another blanket at the back of your head. You can lengthen your legs down the mat with toes out to the side. You can always put blocks underneath your knees. And then just let it go. So just breathe here. Let yourself relax. And inhale. And let the breath go. You can stay here, bend your knees, tip over to one side, press up to seated. Hand over heart, and namaste. Thank you so much for your practice.